है तो उनके भी ये सौभाग्य प्राप्ति नहीं है। जब वैकुंठ में स्त्रियों के सौभाग्य प्राप्ति नहीं है,
for them, available to them. In Dwarka, 16,108 queens, ladies. Krishna married them respectfully, according to the rules and regulations. But this good fortune was not also available to them. Who got this good fortune? It is said, the Braj Gopis. This is their good fortune. It is not possible for anybody else. Because dear Lalit Nayak Krishna, dear Lalit Krishna is the topmost form of Krishna. This dear Lalit Nayak Krishna, when he manifests his different moods, then Srimati Radhika, what does she manifest? She manifests the Swadhin Bhardika Naika mood. In this way, she controls her beloved Krishna, the life and soul. Whatever Srimati Radhika says, Krishna performs. Put alta, color on my feet, and Krishna puts color on Srimati Radhika's feet. In Javat, in this pastime, under that tree, Bargat Per, Javat, that word Javat, that tree, Vat means tree, Javat, where that tree that Srimati Radhika sat under, and Krishna put alta color on her feet. How beautiful Srimati Radhika's feet were. That when Krishna saw her feet, tears came from his eyes and his hands were shaking. And then the Manjaris said to him, pushed him to one side, you cannot do this properly. As he was putting color on, the Sakhis pushed Krishna out of the way, and at that time, as he was being pushed, Srimati Radhika's feet touched Krishna's head, and the color came on his forehead. And in this way, these beautiful pastimes of Dhir Lalit Nayak, and the speciality of this mood is Priyasi Vasibhut, means that the beloved becomes under control. This is the example that is given. In this great celebration, those gopis, and particularly Srimati Radhika, who had the good fortune of attaining this, no others were able to attain this. And the commentators are writing in this great festival, all the moods of bhav, in these what is happening in the Maharas, but like a great feast or celebration. And in these great feasts, so many wonderful, tasty preparations are made and offered to Thakurji, and then it's distributed to all the devotees. Kachoris, Mohan Bhog, Mithai, sweets, not one, but chapan is 56 types of preparations. In this way, what was these moods in the ras? What mellows were there? There was not jalebis or kachoris there. These moods of how, bhav, kela, vikop. Sorry, just. And this is called a Maha Utsav. Nitya Gita, that's embracing and dancing and kissing, and so many other different types of activities. Don't think this Maha Utsav does not any food preparations. Don't think like this. In the hearts, on these hearts, these great oceans, waves in the ocean of moods. In this kirtan, Nana Vida Alankar. There's one type of ornaments that decorates the body, the ankle bells, and the sound that comes from that ankle bells, and the garland around the neck, and the ornaments that decorate the chest, and the earrings on the ears. And these are all ornaments. And nose ring, and so many different types of ornaments. When they move, so much joy in this utsav. And all the gopis, they were all of golden complexion. And when they were dancing, what's called? Lightning. Like lightning. Bodies were moving like lightning. And this example is given when the gopis were dancing. When their bodies were moving, it was like the flash of lightning. When they were bracing Krishna, it's like like one cloud was clashing with another cloud, and lightning was coming. When in the rainy season, the clouds come, and when the lightning strikes, in that cloud, that lightning strikes. In the same way, when Krishna embraces the gopis, it's like this, like the lightning coming from the clouds, dark clouds. And the sound from their earrings, when they move, such sweet sound was emanating from there. That which is called this kirtan Nana Vida Ankar. There's also the ornaments of the moods. One, and I'm just indicating to this moods of ornaments, how Vilakinchit, Vikop, it's been described very deep. What is bhav, how, what is hela in Ujjwal Nilamani. This has been described by Srila Rupa Goswami very wonderfully. And the words of the sweet words emanating from the gopis, by which they were captivating everyone's heart. Nayam, in this great celebration of Ras, these different moods, even Krishna cannot compose himself. He is holding the necks of the gopis to stabilize himself. The gopis so a fast force of the stream of moods and the waves of the ocean, so high waves of the oceans, they were rising up and down, these moods, and the speed, the strong current, the flow, the current, this has been described that Krishna could not hold himself, compose himself, just like somebody is going to swim. They have to hold the chains on the side of the river because the flow of the water is so fast. It's very difficult to bathe at that time, like at Ganga Snan. If that chain slips from your hand, then the water will pull them God knows where. Have you been to Haridwar? It is like that. When? Not so much now. 2 months before, during the months of Shravan and Bhadra, when there is rainy season, when the dams are open, at that time the force of the water of the Ganga at that time is so fast, the Ganga flows. It's very difficult to bathe in that water at that time. But they're thinking people come to visit the pilgrim place from so far. The government has made barriers, safety nets and chains. But if your hand slips and you let go of the chain, you cannot come back. You'll attain Ganga Prapti. When the body is cremated, then the ashes are put in the Ganga. But alive, you will be offered completely in the Ganga, alive. It's like living dead. Or the comparison is giving is of after cremation, the ashes are put in the Ganges, but if you go and bathe in this fast-flowing water of the Ganges, and your hand slips from the chain, then you will be offered to the Ganges in your living state. In this way, the moods of Srimati Radhika's and the gopis' moods, these different moods, how, all these ornaments. These cannot control himself. Krishna cannot control himself, and so with his hands, and he holds onto the neck of the gopis. And Bihari Lal ki jai. Did he win something? 20 ornaments. In this In these Jiva Goswami Pad is explaining this good fortune is not available to Lakshmi. Who is she? She is Narayan's. She is residing as on the chest of Narayan. She cannot enter the ras. In the end, what Krishna did is he kept her as a line on his chest. For thousands of years she performed austerities, but in her Lakshmi form she cannot attain this ras. So Krishna accepted her as a line on his chest. This is the two characteristics of the Lord, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One is the Prince of Bhrigu Rishi's feet on his chest is called Dakhin Ramavali. That it's that hair on the chest, the body of the Lord is pointing in the left side. This is called Bhrigu Lanchita Charan. If you call yourself Bhagavan, then show me these two signs. Show me your chest, and you can see these markings of Bhrigu Charan, the marks of Bhrigu Rishi's feet. When Bhrigu Rishi kicked the Lord, the prints of his feet are on the chest of the Lord. Not anybody can become Bhagavan. If they call themselves Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of God, this symbol will be shown on their chest, will be seen on their chest. And then the other sign is Lakshmi Devi herself. But she performed severe austerities in Belwan, and this pastime takes place there, where she's performing severe austerities. Then the Lord, when he saw her performance of austerities, then he was compassionate and kept her on his chest as a line, not in the form of Lakshmi herself. That's like a golden line on his chest. And this has been shown in the scriptures. But who are these gopis? They are called Ras Vilasini. The gopis' good fortune is much more than that of Lakshmi Devi. Rasa Sarangini. Rasa Taranga Rangini. In the waves of the ocean of transcendental ras mellows, they are showing all these different ornaments of moods, deep moods. Saradi ras, Vasanti ras, spring season ras, or autumn ras, or the Maharas. Lakshmi cannot attain this good fortune. What to say of others? So, it is written, because this Kanta Prem, this Kanta love, what is this? Ka Anta. Kanta Anta. Kanta. That there is no end. It is end. This line from Damodar Ashtakam, this is the indication of Rasa Lila. Namo Anta Lilaya. Namo. Your pastime, Deva, means that person who performs beautiful transcendental pastimes is called Deva. How wonderful this beautiful is described. Hey Deva. Where the gopis, this paramour mood is manifest very beautifully. How bhav hela kila kinchit, and this has been described, but so much is being said in just this one shloka. This is called Akhanda Prem, unbreakable, undivided, transcendental love is manifest and shown. Meaning, where love, like in Mathura, the Prem of Kubja is called Sadharani Rati. That type of Prem is not complete. In one form it is being shown. And the love of the Maheshi, the queens, is called Samanjasa. After being married, their love and devotion is divided between the husband. And when they have children, that love is divided again. And then that prem, that one-pointed love and devotion is divided to the mother-in-laws, the sister-in-laws, and that community or society. That love becomes divided. Those in marriage life, that love is divided. Yes. Where is your love and devotion towards your children? Does it not? That you have to think of your children. The gopis don't have children, sons or daughters. They do not marry. Then that love is undivided. But when they are married, that love becomes divided. And even that becomes more divided after having children. This is natural. But in the gopis, that love is one-pointed, is Krishna, with Krishna. It's called Krishna Kendrit Prem, that is not divided. It's called Samartharati, that which is not divided and controls Krishna completely. Is it not so? With sweet words and embracing, kissing, and innumerable types of activities. And particularly in this Parakya Bhava, paramour mood, these qualities of Bhamyata, left-wing mood, this is like a weapon, indestructible weapon, left-wing weapon, and Dulabhata, sometimes they meet, sometimes they don't meet. The gopis do not meet with Krishna all the time. And the Yogamaya separates them. When they go to Gocharan, or go herding the cows, they go in opposite directions. So they sometimes meet, sometimes do not meet. So many beautiful moods like this are expressed. Krishna is saying himself, I do not know about the gopis, and the gopis do not know about me. I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am Paramatma, the Lord residing in the heart. They don't have this conception in their heart at all. They don't have this idea that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is saying himself, I am Aptaram, self-satisfied and no desires to fulfill. But all of this, when I come in front of the gopis, it disappears. This self-satisfied and having no desires to fulfill disappears. So this is being described. So this paramour mood. So first is left-wing mood and dullabhata, rarity of meeting. Krishnadas Kaviraj is saying, Kabhu mile, kabhu na mile, Devi Ghatan. Like a human being pastimes. Sometimes they meet, sometimes they don't meet by the arrangement of Yogamaya. So, Yogamaya, sometimes they arrange their meeting and sometimes separation. So, Bhamata, Dulabhata, Nivaranata. What is this? Nivaranata. There are obstacles. Husbands, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, the elders of the family, they become obstacles. Where are you going in the middle of the night? God, stay in the house, don't go out. Why you go to the temple? They say like this. Why have you come to the temple? Now you have come to the temple. Did you ask your family members? And you just come. At least just go and see Thakurji and do Mangala Arati and come back. Now it's 6:30. You left at 4:30. It's 2 hours have passed. Then maybe when reaching your home, maybe 8 o'clock. Where were you for 4 hours? How can you tell your family members? Explain. This Grihastha life, family life. You have to take the children to school. They have to cook for the husband. They have to make his packed lunch. Is this not so? You have to clean the house. If you don't, if you keep the maids, you have to take care of the maid. Otherwise she will not do her job. She'll just take shortcuts. I came, your maid will say, I came but you were not here. I did what I could and left. Now it's winter. Yeah? Well, woolen cloth. They just superficially clean the house, not properly, and they would leave. If you are not there, is this not true? This is the way of the world. For this reason, we are saying Dullabhata, very rare. Nivaranata. And the society and community will criticize. Where are they going every day? They have no responsibility. They put tilak on, and what they do. They say, do they not? They speak against ringing the bell. Where they're running, the children are saying, take me to the park, take me here and there to wherever, here and there. Sugarland, Disneyland. Take me here, take me there. So the gopis, they have no other attachment except for Krishna. And the family members, they try and stop them from visiting or seeing their beloved. And then prachanna kamata, that love which is in the heart. Kam here means prem, transcendental love. That transcendental love that they have, it is covered. They do not show to anyone. In I love you in the Western countries, foreign countries, there's repeat these words, I love you, and then 10 times kissing and embracing. And not until they do this that they pacified. Say it. It's true. They're not happy if you don't kiss them and tell them I love you 10 times a day. As soon as they get up, that is what they do. Gurudev used to say, like one dog kissing another dog. Giving this example, this Dullabha Prachana Kamata, that love and devotion that is in the heart is covered, it's not shown. Like an example is given, Sati Dhan. Sati Dhan is one type of a seed when it's planted, like it's a rice grain. A grain of rice that after 60 days that grain of rice will mature. If you don't cut it on that very day, if it's 61 days or 62, then that grain becomes ruined, spoiled. That is covered completely with the leaf of the plant. And that expert gardener, he knows exactly when to harvest that grain. He knows when he planted that seed, and then exactly after 60 days it will be ready to harvest. So this example is given. This love of the gopis is hidden and covered, and if anybody asks them, do you love Krishna? He said, why should I love this black person? This gopi is my wife. I married her. Krishna tells the gopis also, I am pure brahmachari, perfect brahmachari. Taruk brahmachari. Turak brahmachari, like a horse brahmachari. The gopis tell to Krishna, when he says he's brahmachari, they say you're like a horse brahmachari. When the horse, the male horse, is the stallion, when it's on its own, it lives peacefully and happily. But when it sees the mare, the female horse, then it becomes mad. In this way, Turak. In Sanskrit, the horse is called Turak brahmachari. In this way, the gopis and Krishna, they perform their sweet pastimes in the transcendental realm. This paramour mood is shown to be the supreme mellow. In this great celebration of Ras, Rairaman is saying
Kanta bhavi premi sadhattam.
this Kanta Bhav, this is the goal, this is the supreme goal. But Mahaprabhu said,
Krishna prapti upai bhuvda hoy, Krishna prapti tattva bhuvda achai. Kintu tar jar jai ro sei sarvottam, tadasto hiya vicharini achitaro tamo.
here it is said, Santa Dasya Sakhya Vatsalya Madhurya Bhav. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is commentating that person who is accordingly qualified will think that their own mellow is the best. Like Hanuman is thinking, Dasya is the best. Suddha Dasya, pure Dasya, pure servitor mood, Hanuman's mood. Subal and Sridham in this friendship mellow mood, they think this is the best. Nanda and Yashoda in their parental love and affection for Krishna, they think this is the best. And the Madhurya, sweet loving mellows of the gopis, in these four types of mellows, putting aside Shanta, Dasya, Sakha, Vatsalya, Madhurya, and these are the topmost mellows. And those who are qualified accordingly to these mellows, they think that they are the best for themselves. But if you are not in the neutral position, you cannot appreciate this. So it is said here that you have to place yourself in the neutral position to understand and appreciate the different mellows. Neutral. Tatastha means neutral. They not take any one side or the other, and listening to both sides. And then, like a judge, he listens to the evidence on both sides and makes the decision. In the same way, in the consideration of sweet mellows, the topmost ras is Madhurya ras, the sweet loving mellows, or Shringar ras. This is being shown or explained. It's in the Shantaras, the Nishtha is shown to Nishtha. In this, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Parameshwar is this. There's no seva in Shantaras, Nishtha, and no mamata, no possessiveness. In Dasyaras, there is Nishtha, possessiveness, and service. Along with knowledge of relationship, there's service. But everybody can do service. But that service without the knowledge of relationship and no sense of possessiveness, that's not perfect service. For this reason, one should have some knowledge of relationship. And then after this, there should be mamata, sense of possessiveness to that. And then service. This is a speciality that is being shown. This is my son. This is the knowledge of relationship. Being my son, and with knowledge of that relationship, service is done, and possessiveness, like Mother Yashoda to Krishna. Mother Yashoda serves her beloved Krishna with love and affection, with possessiveness, knowing that he is my son. This is Madhusneha and Kritasneha. Considerations of these two, and more emphasis is given to Madhusneha. In Kritasneha, and not so important. The love and affection is compared to like ghee. There's no taste on its own. You have to put other ingredients to the ghee, then you will get some taste. Make some black salt, or then if you taste it, then it will be relishable. But on its own. But in honey, you don't have to you don't have to add anything. Now in the cold season, the ghee will become hard and in the heat it will become liquid. But this honey, whether it's cold or hot, it stays in its natural position. If you take too much honey, your body will become heated. In the same way, it is said, this Madhurya Ras, this is showing this possessiveness. This possessiveness is emphasized. The definition of this transcendental love, prem, in this verse, Ananya Mamata, one-pointedness, love and affection, devotion to Vishnu. That depends on that love, the definition of love. In Dasyabhav, there's the possessiveness, Sakhyava, Santa's Nishta, and Seva of Dasya, and Sakya's friendship mood. Like Vishrambhena, Guru Seva means that one should serve Shri Guru with a deep love and affection. What is Vishrambha? A mind, body, with serving with full mind, body, and soul. This very important word, Vishrambhena, Guru Seva. And these are the limbs of bhakti. Everyone serves Guru, but how to serve? We should be performed with Vishrambhena, without any doubt, any hesitation. If you say, Gurudev, what can I bring for you? Should I bring banana? What can I bring for you, Gurudev? Should I bring some bananas? Kelao. Kelao means also beating. Kelao, two meanings to this word. Bring bananas or bring a beating. So this play of words. Kealao in Hindi means what can I bring for you? And if you say it in a different way, Kealao means I bring you a beating. This in Hindi is very interesting. Kealao means also beating. Kealao in Hindi means what can I bring for you? In another way it means to beat. Or shall I bring bananas or shall I bring a beating? Two meanings. Do you understand or not? Huh? Say yes or no. Haji. 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 So, Vishrambhena Guru Seva.
और गोपियों की विश्रम्भ सेवा
The gopis, Vishramba Seva, everything is
कृष्ण के सुख के लिए
for the pleasure of Krishna.
इसलिए
Just see,
ममता विश्रम्भ
this possessiveness is very important. In Vatsalya, this parental affection is prominent.
स्नेह की तात्पर्य के अनुसार
According to the one's love and devotion,
आगे बढ़ते गए
as much as that is developed, Grita Sneha or Madhu Sneha.
कौन सा स्नेह है
But the gopis' sneha is Madhu Sneha, that compared to honey. There is nothing, no need to add anything to honey to get taste.
मादकता भी आता है
क्या आता है?
मादकता इंटॉक्सिकेशन
Intoxication comes with this honey. If you take too much honey, intoxication. Your body will become heated. This is being shown.
ठीक उसी प्रकार
In the same way, in this way, Madhu Sneha
कांत भाव मधु स्नेह में
is related with Kanta Bhav, this mood of transcendental love and affection,
उसमें गोपियों की वैशिष्ट्य होता
and the specialities of the gopis.
है तरस्त विचारे
In this, standing in this neutral position, one can judge that this is the highest mellow.
ये मधुर रस
This Madhu Ras in the gopis
आगे जाकर के
and becomes divided in different ways.
एक संख्या में
The Sakhya, one is Parikya, paramour and conjugal, and if in the conjugal it takes you to Vaikuntha and Parikya takes you to Golok. You should try and understand this. The queens of Dwarka, they go into conjugal mood, and the gopis, they go towards Parakya, paramour mood, and particularly the different moods of the gopis. Those who are particularly inclined towards Srimati Radhika, some are Ubhay, is both Radha and Krishna, like Vrinda, Vrindarika, Danishta. They're called more inclined towards Krishna. Lalita and Vishaka, they are called Ubhay, Snehadika. They have love and affection for both Radha and Krishna. And Radha, no, those who are exclusively devoted to Srimati Radhika. These are the philosophical understandings. They are tat bhav ichamay, inclined towards Srimati Radhika. This is the speciality of the Manjaris, where there is bhav ulas rati. These the transcending of the different mellows, and on Madhurya, on this having one pointed towards Srimati Radhika, Radha Nishta, exclusively devoted to Srimati Radhika, and they will not go anywhere else. Where Krishna shows his greed, towards them, but those manjaris, they will not show any interest in Krishna, only towards Srimati Radhika. They are one-pointed. And this is Manjari Bha. There are 5 types of divisions of the Sakhi. Sakhi, Nitya Sakhi, Pran Sakhi, Pran Priya Sakhi, Pran Preshta Sakhi, Lalita and Vishaka, not Pran Preshta Sakhi. Lalita and Vishaka and others, they are the topmost Sakhis. But still, in the very intimate places of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, their manjaris, they stay on either side of Srimati Radhika. Without their permission, the Pran Prestha Sakhis, Lalita and Vishaka, cannot enter. Even though they are so high, very high, equal almost to Srimati Radhika, and also giving instructions to Srimati Radhika, like Lalita, she instructs Srimati Radhika to keep her left wheel moved towards Krishna. She instructs Srimati Radhika. That same Lalita cannot enter into the very deep chambers of the intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna. They need the permission of the manjaris. And that's what is said in this verse. Tambul and the service of the manjaris, offering a betel nut. And payodana, and offering water, offering to Srimati Radhika water. How they are serving like this. When they go to rendezvous, when Srimati Radhika goes to meet with Krishna, who goes with her? These manjaris. This place of yours, O Kanai, Krishna, is very far. How can I come to you in this kirtan? Your Gokul, the village of Gokul. How can I come? If I come with the other Sakhis, then I become embarrassed. If I come with Lalita and Vishaka, I will become shy. If I come on my own, I will lose my way. If I come alone, I will forget my way. If I come in the daytime, the whole village will see me. If I come at night, if I come at day, all the villages, they will see me. I am coming to you. If I come at night time, then I become frightened. It's not easy to come at night. In the dark night, when Srimati Radhika comes, that wonderful effulgence on the body of Srimati Radhika, the golden effulgence, like a golden doll, is walking. Well, everybody will see who's going. Or the sound of the ankle bells, then they will give away Srimati Radhika, And if ladies, they will see, they hear this, they'll open the door and say, who is going? They know there's some lady passing by because of the sound of the ankle bells. One thing is the effulgence emanating from her body. It's like the molten gold. And the sound of the ankle bells. How can I go at night? And I cannot go at day, nor can I go at night time. If I come with the other Sakhis, then I'll become embarrassed. And if I come alone, I will lose my way. This Gurudev used to like this song very much. Nagari, Gur Nagari, kaise aaye ganai Devi Gur Nagari, badi aur ganai Devi Gur Nagari, badi Gur Nagari, Gur Nagari. It's very beautiful kirtan. So this reason, in this paramal mood, Parakya Bhav, if you're going to your in-laws' house, I'm going to my in-laws' house. If you say you're going to an in-laws' house, you're married, if they ask you where are you going, you'll say I'm going to my in-laws. She's saying if your lady's going on her own, then it's suspicious where she's going. The ladies would not go on their own in previous days. They would go with their brother or younger sister. But now you can just pick up your bag and go wherever you like, whenever you like, and meet with whoever you like. Nobody will question you. They come and go from the market by themselves, but not in the previous times. If you go somewhere, you have to go with somebody. You have to be escorted. But in this gopis, their paramal mood, it's being described here. Very, very beautiful descriptions. And so it is said, Santa to quality is going to Dasya, Dasya's quality is going to Sakhya, Sakhya's quality is going to Vatsalya, Vatsalya's quality is going to Madhurya. And they culminate in Madhurya. This example is given. This example is being given. earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These 5 elements: earth, water, fire, ether. These 5 elements. These elements are in our body. But all together they culminate in the earth. This example is given. These 5 elements. Trying to understand these mellows, this material example is given of the earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These are called the Pancha Mahabhut. In sky there is sound. Sound in the air. In water there is 2. Try and remember. Make a note. There's 2 in air, sound, and touch. It's from sound, like cold. In the sky there is sound. Otherwise, write it. Otherwise, you'll forget. In Akash, in sky, there is sound. And in air, there is 2 qualities: sound and touch. And if you feel cold or hot, cool, so air has 2 qualities: sound and touch. And fire has 3 qualities: sound, touch, and root form. Yeah, try and remember. And in water, there's 4 qualities: sound, touch, form, and ras, taste. And in earth, there is 5. In earth, there is sound, taste, touch, form, and smell. In our body, there is these earth. That's why the body smells. If you don't bathe one day, you'll find out there's sweat. And everybody has a different smell. If every person in the house member, if you put all the cloth in one washing tub or basket or washing machine, and then if the clothes are mixed up, you will still be able to identify your cloth by the smell. Haji, at least say yes. Brahmacharis are all the same cloth, and all the cloth is put in the machine at the same time. When they come out, then you have to differentiate which cloth is whose. So everybody has white dhoti. The white dhoti is worked together, and in the washing machine, whose dhoti belongs to who? If you smell, then they will be able to tell. Is this not? This is the art. Because in our body, this earth has the touch in the body, and also smell that you can identify it is yours. In this way, the earth, as it contains all the elements. In that same way, in Madhurya Ras, Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya are all within Madhurya Ras. This example has been given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. After attaining Krishna and with this transcendental love and affection, this consideration is taken in. Some is Sakhya, some Dasya, some Vatsalya, or some Madhurya. They are not all the same, even after having attained Krishna Prem. The Sakhas, the friends of Krishna, they relationship with Krishna in that way. Those who are in Vatsalya Ras, they will relate with Krishna in that way, and the gopis in their Madhurya mellow. The Krishna is my life and soul. Krishna is my life and soul. With this mood. This Madhur Ras, Shringar Ras, this is the topmost. And this Kanta Bhav, Krishna becomes controlled. This Sakyata Prem, it's not completely controlled. In Vaikuntha or in Ayodhya, this is present there. But with that love and devotion, the Lord is not controlled completely, just to some limited extent. But in Madhurya, in Paramo mood, Krishna is completely controlled. Krishna is saying in this verse that it is natural and spontaneous to perform loving devotional service to me. Krishna is saying to serve Krishna is the natural tendency of the living entity. It is there in a potential. It is there in the Sakha, Dasya, Vatsalya or Madhurya. This is why we say Jivere Surupai Krishna Nitya Das. Dasya is seva. This tendency to serve is in everyone, even in the liberated stage or in the bound stage, conditional stage. According to we serve according to our conception of our material body, identification. When we eat, when we wear clothes, we wear according to our taste. When you're cold, you put on a warm cloth. Then you need hot water. But the Atma, according to the Atma consideration, then this spontaneous, loving, devotional service to Krishna is there naturally. For this reason, the jiva performing his bhajan, sadhana bhajan, progressively with love, with identification of one's relationship and possessiveness. O gopis, the Krishna is saying,
इसलिए करें
your love for me is so high that it cannot be seen from anybody else.
ये अत्यंत आकर्षक है। चुंबक और
This
आयन
magnet and iron.
की वृत्ति क्या है?
What is the nature of the two? To be attracted to each other.
चुंबक लोहे के आकर्षित करते हैं,
The magnet attracts the iron, and the iron goes towards the magnet.
ये स्वाभाविक वृत्ति है।
This is natural.
की स्वाभाविक वृत्ति है।
In this, the living entity's condition is like this: is naturally going towards service, towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Krishna, when he plays his flute, attracts all the living entities. Shukadeva Goswami is describing
केवल स्त्रियां गोपियां कृष्ण के आकर्षित
not only the gopis, the girls, the ladies,
ध्वनि के सुन करके
but
सभी क्या
listening to Krishna's flute playing, all the living entities are attracted. So in this verse it has been described,
कृष्ण की वेणु ध्वनि सुन करके केवल
giving examples of who is attracted. It's not that just the gopis, but all that which is moving, non-moving, is attracted to the sound of Krishna's flute playing.
जल की धारा वो भी चिन्मय है,
That flow of the water is also transcendental.
किंतु
In the transcendental realm, that water is conscious, listening to Krishna's flute playing.
की धारा जो
The flow of the water
जल की धारा क्यों है? सब विभूत
becomes still.
यमुना मानसी गंगा
Jamuna, Manasi, Ganga was moving, flowing, but at that time when Krishna plays his flute,
मुकुंद कृष्ण के
Mukunda,
सुन करके
Krishna,
वो वृंदावन की नदी के जलधारा
that river of Jamuna or Manasi Ganga becomes non-moving. It's coming, flowing,
और नहीं जब
and when it's not going down, then it forms a whirlpool.
घूर्णावट का है।
Gurnavat, whirlpool. Whirlpool.
इसको भी देख करके बहुत
And seeing this, so many moods of the gopis, they manifest.
हम लोग के हृदय में प्रेम नहीं है,
In our hearts, there's no love, the gopis are saying. In this mood of humility, look, in our hearts, there's no love. Look, the water has so much more love for Krishna.
मानसी के तट पर खड़े हो
Krishna is standing on the banks of Jamuna or Manasi Ganga and playing his flute. That water is not flowing anymore. It's creating a whirlpool. It wants to touch the feet of Govinda. This Prema Madhurya, Rupa Madhurya, Venu Madhurya, Leela Madhurya.
करके नदी के कैसे अवस्था
Look at the condition of the water.
नब्दस तथा उद्धार मुकुंद गीतम
Them.
आलोचित भगवत
In this verse,
भगवत वेग उनके वेग गण अग्नि
this water is not flowing.
आलिंग पूर्णी मुझे मुरारी अहो
Look,
गोविंद के हम आलिंगन करें
Govinda, embracing Govinda. Who is saying?
ये जमुना की धाराएं बनी हुई हैं।
Seeing the flow of the Jamuna river.
तब हम लोग आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे
The water of the Jamuna is thinking, until we cannot touch the lotus feet of Govinda, we will not move forward. And not until we can touch Krishna's body.
इसमें भी विशेष वैशिष्ट्य
And there's some speciality in this.
वामन भाव प्रकाश करते हैं
And
उसमें दक्षिण
the hero is manifesting. It's the hero is manifesting. It's manifesting his contrary mood. then the Naika, the heroine, manifests her right-wing mood, and in the opposite. And now Krishna is standing there with his three-bend form, playing the flute. And now the Jamuna water is not flowing. This Manasi Ganga, or the water of the Jamuna, and she's thinking Krishna is not showing his form to us. Is not. Then they become in their left-wing mood. The heroine, when it performs, presents its left-wing mood. Then the hero manifests its right-wing mood. So, in Shastra it is saying, Krishna is manifesting his left-wing mood, and he's playing his flute. And the water of the Jamuna is thinking, Krishna is not giving me his darshan. Then they feel, Jamuna, they show their right-wing mood, because Krishna is in his left-wing mood. How can we touch the body of Krishna? This mood is there in the water of the Jamuna or Manasi Ganga. You give some gift. If you give some gift, then you can get some blessing. But if you don't give, don't misunderstand me, but it's like this. Maharaj Gurudev is giving blessings. If they don't come forward, they don't get anything. If I look back, then they're not coming forward, then they will not get anything blessed. Here it is being shown, this mood of the gopis. Then they offered, then they think, I will offer something to Govinda, one lotus flower from their water. At least, look, somebody's coming with a gift, some flowers. Okay, and he puts there, then he puts to his head. So this, giving a little service, even offering a leaf, a flower, water, this shloka in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna becomes very pleased. So it's trying to say, if you do something, you will get something. You say, you will forget. Gajendra offered just a flower. The Lord came and accepted. If you give something, then the Lord came. Gajendra offered one flower. Idam pushpam tubhyam namah. Then the Lord appeared and accepted in this pastime of Gajendra mokshan, liberation of Gajendra. Patram, who gave tulsi leaf, Advaita Acharya, and jal, tulsi water and Ganga jal. Who offered fruit? Sabri offered the Lord fruits to Lord Ramchandra. But then I took myself personally, I ate. In the words of Bhagavad Gita, so Jamuna was thinking, Krishna manifested his left-wing mood and he did not see towards us. Then what we have to do is to attract his attention. Brought one flower and offered to him, like one lotus they offered. And how they give this? They're raising the waters of the Jamuna and offered to the lotus feet of Govinda. Then Krishna became pleased and touched Jamuna. This is a commentary given by our acharyas. If you give something, then something. If you just least off your head, then Maharaj will put his hands on your head. And those who are far away, they don't come forward. They can say Haji. They can stay far away. If you come near, then at least Maharaj will put his hands on your head and give his blessings. But they're thinking, I will not take any effort to get blessings. Those who come close, then they will get blessings. But it's true, is it not? You'll not get anything if you stand back. In Brazil, when I go, there's a line. Everybody's give blessings. And the security guard is screaming on the other side. And then they come forward and jump the line, and again they get blessings. And they just see the security guard is watching. What is this? Because they don't have this in their culture. You saw on YouTube, long line. Everybody's getting blessings. Some laughing, some crying. You cannot see in other countries. They're just going, let them go. This is not true. Haji. Just you saw on YouTube. And then they go. And then they're standing there doing kirtan. And just going into instruction, going through security on the other side. You can still hear them playing mridanga in this way. Gopis are showing their mood, whether the consciousness of the Jamuna is there or not. But their gopis are imposing this mood, their mood of separation, hearing the sound of the flute played by our dear Govinda, our life and soul Govinda. Look how the water of the Jamuna is agitated and stirred, and how then Jamuna is thinking that Krishna is looking towards us. Then by her waves they take one lotus and they offer it to the lotus feet of Govinda and give as a gift to Govinda to pacify his left-wing mood. There's very beautiful description of this. The gopis are imposing their own mood on the Jamuna. This is not this lotus flower is not a lotus flower, but it is our heart that we're offering unto the lotus feet of Govinda. So they're offering their chest in the form of the lotus flower, so that Govinda's feet will not feel the pain of the hard stones and sharp grasses. In Gopi Gita, this has been described in the last shloka. How wonderful, beautiful. In the Jugal Gita, the mud of the Jamuna is also transcendental and is described. This mud is thinking, I cannot serve Govinda. then it is falling, committing suicide in the Jamuna by the air that is blowing. What's Krishna doing? Telling to the mud, no. The Lord is saying, oh Lord, oh mud, don't go into the... Just, I am coming. There's so many beautiful deep moods. And the Venu Git and Jugal Git, they look like the same. And the two shlokas, this is called Jugal Git because there are two moods. In the Venu Git, there's one mood. So Jugal Git and Jugal Git, very beautiful. Describe these moods, and so much pleasure will come. If you hear Jugal Git, even more pleasure will happen. Have you heard Jugal Git? The one Jugal Git, I will just these two couplets, moods are described together side by side. The commentaries of Vishnu Chakravarti and Jiva Goswami. If you consider like one Jugal Git and Venu Git, but so beautifully described, you cannot believe. Now time is up. We'll stop here because we have to get ready to go at 12. Everybody should get ready to go. Everybody should be ready to go by 12 o'clock. And reach the airport quickly. Otherwise, you may miss your flight. Tavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Jai Shri Radhe Sham. मधुमती का जन्मदिन है. मधु, sorry. आपका जन्मदिन है. बस से चले. 10 बजे निकले. Oh, 10 बजे. Sorry. Why did you say sorry? I don't know, because you look like me. I didn't know I was. That's me. Just didn't want to miss the occasion. I didn't want to miss the sweet. Oh, Srila Gurudev ki jai! Everybody go.